So let's get to construct the angle of 135 degrees. So for instance, if somebody tells you to construct an angle of 135 degrees, there is a couple of some angles which have been combined together for you to arrive at 135. So for instance, to get 135, you can see that if you add 90 plus 45, 90 plus 45, you will get 135. So, first of all, you will get to construct the angle of 90 degrees, and again, we get to construct an angle of 45 degrees. So, let's start with an angle of 90 degrees. So, for instance, if I've been given some measurements, ensure to use those same measurements that you've been given from that particular question. So, what I will do, I will take up my ruler like this. Then, with my pencil, I will draw a line like this. I will draw a line like that. So, for instance, if you have been given some measurements, let's say 50 millimeters, I will take those same measurements using my canvas. So for instance, let's assume this is my 50 millimeters. So I will get to transfer those same measurements into this line. So I will make an arc like this. I will also stand on this arc. Then make another arc. So you can see that I have made some two arcs. So between this arc and this arc, this is why I have my 50 millimeters. So let me call this point A and point B. For instance, let me just give them that kind of a naming. Then, to construct this angle, first of all, we said you have to construct an angle of 90 degrees. Then from there, you add the 45 degrees. So let me construct an angle of 90 degrees. So to construct an angle of 90 degrees, what I should do is, I will stand here. Using the same measurements, I will make an arc. Then below here, I will also make another arc. Then standing at A, I will make an arc. I will also make another arc below here. So wherever those two arcs intersect, I will join those two arcs. So I will take up my ruler like this. Then join these two. I will now join these two areas where my arcs are intersected. So for instance, this angle is, my line is 50 millimeters. So this angle is 90 degrees. This other angle is also 90 degrees. So what do you need to do? Let me label this one as C, this one as D. I said that you need to construct an angle of 90 degrees first, then you get to add 45 degrees. How do you get an angle of 45 degrees? To get an angle of 45 degrees, you need to bisect the 90 degrees. To bisecting here, I mean you need to divide the 90 degrees to get 45 degrees. So for instance, I will take up this angle which is here. I want 135. So let me bisect this 90 degrees, which is here. I will take up my canvas like this, then place it at the center. This is center O. I will place it at center O like this. Then make an arc. Again. Make another arc. So I think you have seen. Then standing at the same arcs that I've made, I will. You can see that I've stood on that particular arc that I've made over here. So I will again stand on this other arc which is here. And you can see wherever those two arcs intersect, let me call it point E. This is point E. So what do I need to do? What I should do is I will take up my ruler like this. Then I will join where I have center O like this. I will join from center O like this. So you can see that I've joined E wherever my arcs intersected to center O. So this is 45. This angle is 45 degrees. This again is 45 degrees. Because I have divided the 90 degrees to get 45. So that the 90 degrees which is over here, I will automatically add it to 90 plus 45 to get 135 degrees. So this angle, my interest is this angle which is here. So this is 135 degrees. So from this point where I have bisected all the way to touching line OB, this is now my 135 degrees. So let me brush a little bit. Again, to construct the angle of 135 degrees, you need to construct an angle of 90 like this. Then you bisect this other 90 which is over here, so that the total of this 90 and this 45 from here up to here will give me my 135 degrees. Another note, ensure that these arcs are faded. Again, I said faded means they should not be clear, they should be very thin with a very sharp pencil. Again, these main lines, which is line C up to line D, line A up to line B, then line E and O, they should be in bold. They should be very visible. So that is how we get to construct an angle of 135 degrees. So let's get to construct another angle. So let's construct an angle of 105 degrees. How do you construct an angle of 105 degrees? So for instance, how do you get to arrive at 105 degrees? So if you take 90 plus 15, this is 5, this is 105. So what does that tell you? So first of all, you will construct an angle of 90. Then again, you will bisect 30 degrees to get your 15 degrees. So let's begin. Let's construct now the 105 degrees. First of all, I will take up my ruler like this. Then I will stand here and draw. I will draw a line. So this is my line. So this is my line. So again, let me assume my line is something like 60 millimeters. Assuming that I've taken my measurements 60 millimeters from my ruler, I will come up here. I will make an arc. I will stand on that same arc that I've made. Then make another mark. So from this mark up to this mark, this is my 60 mm. This is my 60 millimeters. Let me call it point A, then point B. Like that. So how do I get to construct an angle of 135? So initially I said it is a combination of 90 degrees plus 15 degrees for you to get 105 degrees. So let's construct the 90 degrees. First of all, let's use the same procedure we used to construct an angle of 60. It is the best. So let's use the same measurements you used here. You should ensure that they are the same measurements that you used, exactly 50, 60 millimeters. So you will stand at point. Let me stand at point B, like this. Like that. So again, I will stand at point A, like that. So where those two arcs intersect, let me call it point C. That is point C. Then again, using the same measurement, you stand at C. You stand at C and make an arc. So this is my mark, like that. So again, what do you need to do? So you can see the distance from point A and C. Let me call this one point D. So these distances are equal. The distance between point A and C is equal. The distance between point C and D is equal. So the distance of AC is equal to the distance of CD. So let's construct an angle of 90. So for instance, we want to get 105. So let me bisect this line, which is here, to get 90. So this is another formula. So I will stand up here. Make a mark. I will also stand here. Make another mark. Like this. I will also stand here. Make another mark. Also stand here. make another mark. So you can see that there is another formula that you can use to come up with the angle of 90 degrees. You stretch up your compass, get these measurements, use the same measurements to make an arc. Again, stand here, make another arc, another mark. What do you need to do? Now you need to subdivide points C and D. You need to bisect C and D. So you stand here, make an mark, stand here, make a mark, stand here, make another mark, here, make another mark. So what you need to do, you just join those 2 points. So I will take up my pencil like this, like this. Then join this, join at the intersection of this point and the intersection of these 2 arcs. So let me call those points E and F, where they have intersected. Now this is the angle of 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. Now I want to come up with the 15 degrees. So if this is already I have 90, so I need to add 15. So what do I need to do? So for instance, this angle, let me join here. So for instance, this is 90, now I need to look for the 15. And this angle, which is here, this is 60 degrees. Are we together? That is an angle of 60 degrees. You can also use your protractor to confirm. If you stand up here, so you can see this is 60 degrees. Again, you can also see that you use this scale going this way. This is 30 degrees. So what do you need to do? Again, you need to subdivide. This is 30 degrees. So that 60 plus 30 will give you 90 degrees. So to get 15 from this 30, you need to bisect this 30 again. So you will take up your pair of compass like this. Like this. Then you stand up at point B like this. Then make those 2. You make those 2 marks. Again, you take your compass again, stand at where you've made your arcs. Like this. You can as well reduce there. Then make an arc. Stand here again. Make an arc. So in that point where those 2 arcs have intersected, you will take up your ruler like this. Then join up to point B. Now you have subdivided the 30 degrees. So this is 15 degrees. This is 15 degrees. So we are interested with the 105 degrees. So for instance, already you have your 90 degrees. What you need to add is the 15 degrees. So now from this point all the way up to here, this is your 105 degrees. This 90 now plus this 15 to get 105 degrees. So that is how you get to construct an angle of 105 degrees. I hope everybody has understood. So let's construct another angle. Let's construct another angle. get to construct an angle of So how do you now get to construct an angle of 120 degrees? So let me show you 120 degrees. So first of all, you need to draw a line like we have been doing. That is your line. You've drawn it with your T square. Now that is your line. Let me assume measurements of a round. Let me take something like 40 millimeters. Assuming now this is my 40 millimeters from my ruler, I will stand up here. I will make an arc. I will stand up here. I will also make an arc. And before we go far, to get the 120 degrees, we get it by a combination of two easy angles. We have the 60 degrees angle and we have the other 60 degrees angle. So the combination of 60 and 60 will give me 120 degrees. So what we need to do, we will use the same procedure. We construct an angle of 60. Then again we add the other 60. So the summation of the 60 and this other 60 will give us the 120 degrees. So let's begin. So to construct 60 degrees, you come up here. You can see that this is the same measurements. I used that point. This is point A, this is point B. So I will use the same measurements here. You can see. This is the same measurement. So what do you need to do? What do you need to do? Now you need to stand up here. You stand here. So I will stand there and make an arc. I hope you can see clearly. So you can see I have already made an arc. So I will stand at point B here. And you can see that my arc is a little bit long, it is a little bit long. So what you need to do, you stand at B like this. You make an arc like that. Now you will take up your ruler like this one. I will join these two like this. So first of all, by confirming, this should give you 60 degrees. So this is 60. Now from this other side, from now 0 to here, now you can see that it is 120. So this is 120 degrees. So that is how easy it is. So this is 60. So that the addition of 120 plus 60 to give you 180 degrees. So that is how you get to construct an angle of 120 degrees. So let's get to construct another angle. So thank you so much. Because of time, let's meet in the next class so that you may proceed with the other angle. Thank you so much.